Professor Narayan, what's your perception of how this event is shaped up over the 4 days?
It's been an incredible experience. Amar and Manju have put together a conference which basically brings together almost all the scientists and technologists in this bioplastic space to town, to interact, to listen to talks. I've been in this business since 90s, was involved with PLA, and I know Amar and Manju from the days when they were at Michigan State University, budding scientists, entrepreneurs, and it is amazing for me to see them mature, grow, and emerge as, I would say, the leading bioplastics researchers in the world. We have started like I said, in '89, and the foremost bio-based, biodegradable compostable polymer, PLA, polylactic acid, was developed in my lab, all the way from lab scale to bench to the 300 million pound plant in Blair, Nebraska. And so to me, it is fascinating that Amar and Manju have sort of duplicated it in a much bigger way. They have got students graduating in this field. One of the things we didn't do well was we were just doing technology and we're bringing it to the marketplace. But you need people to staff and drive that technology. And if you look at the Amar and Manju's research group, I lost count, 30, 40, 60. So he is populating the bioplastics industry space, which is very much needed to drive the engine of bioplastics. And they have done a remarkable job doing that. I am very, very impressed that the University of Guelph, along with all the other provisional governmental people, are supporting the bioeconomy space. Given the fact that the price of oil and natural gas is so low, it takes a special kind of passion and importance to drive this technology. So I'm very pleased. I'm very pleased that there were so many participants coming from all over the world, and that is a testament to their credibility and their passion and their contribution in the space.
You've seen a lot of changes over the early days for the bioeconomy, the work that you've done in it. What do you see as the future?
The future, originally when we got into this space, we thought that this is going to be like a rocket taking off, right? And we thought in 10 years, we're going to see bioplastics all over the map, all over the world. The reality is that the bioplastics entry into the marketplace has not been dramatic, which is kind of good because I think it has been slow, steady, and progressing. And you see more and more researchers, more and more companies, automotive companies, brand owners. We heard about in this conference the coffee pod, which was kind of neat, and an end user, a small Canadian, forward-thinking end user, agreeing to sort of move this technology, right? And those things didn't exist 10 years ago. But then we don't see a whole plethora of people just jumping in and saying, this is what we are. So I think it's good. I think the area is going to need a lot of patience and perseverance, and the value for agricultural products is not that it is a substitute for petroleum, which is how we view it, right? We say, we're substituting oil, we're going to run out of oil, and all that. My philosophy and my thinking is agriculture is sort of the bread and butter of human evolution. If you have no food, there is no human. And therefore, anything which we can do to support agriculture is very critical and important. So the development of bioproducts based on agricultural resources is a support of the farmer to allow him to diversify his economic base. So he's not just making food, but he's making industrial products. And that, I think, is sustainable. That is going to sustain agriculture, which is important to feed the world, right? So it's not just as typically you hear, oil is gone today. No, it doesn't matter. Oil can be there for another 1,000 years. But we need to look at products which can add value to agriculture and then make sure that that can compete on price, performance with any petroleum product. And I think the work going on here at the University of Guelph in Amar and Manju's labs is moving it in that direction.